What is that noise? Oh. The bomb!
Hello there guys, and welcome back to yet another one with us, the Review Bros. My name's Aaron.
My name's Craig.
And today we're going to be honestly reviewing yet again another pre-workout leading us into the new year 2022, and we're going to try this year to get you towards your fitness goals, and to do so we're going to be putting out 3 honest reviews per the week, and we're starting off with this product in the form of...
It's called The Bomb by Chemical Warfare. Now, you may or may not know, but we have reviewed the previous version. We thought it was alright, you know, nothing special. But this one does look like it may well blow it out of the water, as we cover all of those usuals.
The taste, the price, the label, and obviously its effects in the real world, in the gym. How is it going to piece together, and is it going to be the product you guys next pick up?
And if you're new here, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, tick the bell icon, like the video, drop down your thoughts on this product.
Let's see. Let's get into this one. Is it going to blow your mind?
It's flavour time. What we got?
We do have the flavour Superstars, and what we're going to do, we're going to flash the other flavours on the screen for you guys to see right now. And it's nice to see we've got a little bit of choice here. As you guys know, not everyone's accepting of the same flavours, are they?
Yeah, and it comes with one of these little dumpling type shovel scoopers. It is a bit of a pain, but we've weighed it out and it is accurate, isn't it? A flat
It's
scoop.
relatively accurate. It's got to be slightly under that flat scoop to get you that 9-gram serving size, and you can take 2 scoops to get you 18 grams. And that's exactly what we've done. I've pre-mixed mine in a glass. Craig has his in his shaker now.
Oh, it's one of those ones that smells really potent in the air and offends your nostrils.
Very strong. And it does smell like watermelon straight off the bat. I'm not too sure if it will be that, but that is what it smells like, isn't it?
Yeah, we shall see.
Okay, so Superstars is going down the hatch. Let's do this one, guys. Hoping for good things. Yeah, as expected.
Yeah.
Watermelon apple?
Yeah, I'd agree with that. It doesn't actually say what it is, does it? It just says Superstars.
For all we know, it might on the website say what it is more
Yeah.
specifically, but to me,
It is, isn't it?
apples, watermelons, maybe a hint of grape. It's kind of those sort of fruits, you know, those winter berries.
Yeah.
Type, and bit of watermelon, definitely,
It's
no
very
doubt.
pleasant, you know, sweet. Maybe a bit of sourness, maybe a bit of bitterness on the back end, but not bad at all.
No, not too bad at all. And it is, you know, giving a quick glance at the label, it is relatively stacked. So I think all in all, not bad. Now, we do have a score in mind. You ready?
Do it.
3, 2, 1.
8 out of 10.
Yeah. It's all right. It's definitely doable. It's not something you're going to dread as you come up to it you know, towards the end of the day. Yeah, not bad. 8 out of 10.
It's that money time. So what are you going to be paying for this bad boy? Well, if you want to pick it up, head over to chemical-warfare.com
Yeah, where you can find this.
for £34.99. And it is one of those 40-20 serving tubs, as Aaron touched on earlier, but we're going to review it on that max 20, aren't we?
Because for consistency's sake, we will always do that with every pre-workout. And I'll be honest with you guys, the reason being is a lot of you, like probably 90% of you, will be going with that maximum serving size. So that's how we do it. So £34.99 divided by that 20 serving container brings it to £1.75 per the go. We're going to flash up the US dollars below because you guys can get your hands on this too. Now, what I'll say is, on our consistent pricing scale that compares pre-workouts from across the entire world, with a 5 out of 10 quite obviously being an absolute bang average pre-workout price of today's standards, this one comes in at a 3.5. So yes, it is a little more expensive than an average product. Now, this is where the label and the effects are very important to determine whether it gives us more than an average product. Is it worth that higher price rate? What I will just quickly throw in there is I do like the way this company has brought forward their marketing. The tubs just look a lot better. The website is nice and clean. They've definitely developed their products over the years that we've known them, and that in turn can lead to more costly products.
Yeah, they're definitely improving, and if we do get any discount codes, we'll chuck them below. And it's also worth saying, we just said this to each other, if you look elsewhere you might find it cheaper.
Absolutely, guys. So that is it, 3.5. Let's get into what we're actually getting in the label.
It's label time. So what we're getting in this 18 gram max serving? Well, we've got some B vitamins at the top, pretty self-explanatory stuff. Not going to delve into that, just bodily function. First up, we've got citrulline malate, 7 grams, but we don't know the ratio.
Well, it's still a respectable dose. We're hoping for that 2-to-1. So we're going to be getting approximately 5 grams of citrulline for blood flow, nutrient delivery, nitric oxide production, and ultimately the pump in the gym.
Lovely. Beta-alanine, 3.5 grams.
Which is above that clinical 3.2 grams. It's going to give you that itchy, tingly, paresthesia type feeling as the pre-workout kicks in. And once you've taken it for a long enough period of time, it will help with endurance in the gym.
We love it. Then we've got betaine, 2.5 grams.
Nice, we like that. It's a jack of all trade ingredient, really primarily there for endurance purposes, also hydration, also pumps, and it has even been shown to have some concentration properties.
We'll take that. Then we've got taurine at a gram.
Hydration again.
S7, 100 milligrams.
Which is that trademarked ingredient. It's been shown in some studies to have nitric oxide production levels up to 230% above baseline. Is that true or not? I'm not so sure, but we will take it anyway because it's going to pair up nicely with the citrulline malate at the start. S7, 7 referring to the 7 different ingredients listed on this label blend.
And that is a sweet ass dose, probably double the norm, the 100 milligrams there.
It is.
Then we move into Stim and Energy Matrix, caffeine, 400 milligrams.
Not to be sniffed at, guys. 4 cups worth of coffee, above an average pre-workout amount of stimulation there. Ultimately, the energy and drive you need in the gym.
Boom, and it doesn't actually say anhydrous, so we might be looking at natty caffeine, so we'll see. Then we've got citrus aurantium, 250 milligrams.
Which we do like to see, and what I'll say is that's a very high dose indeed of the fat burning and stimulatory ingredient. Yeah, that's some strong stuff.
Wowzers. Then we got juniper berry extract, 150 milligrams.
Very, very rare ingredient to see in the market these days. It's been touted as an antioxidant with some beneficial ingredients in it. Now, what I'll say is it's also been shown to help with stimulants in the form of being able to get them into the system as efficiently as possible. Almost a catalyst for the stimulants in this.
Nice. And then we've got Infinergy, a trademark version of decaffeine malate, 100 milligrams, yielding 75 milligram caffeine.
Which we'll take, knocking this up to just shy of that 500 milligram caffeine dosage. So it is a strong pre-workout, guys. What I'll say is the Infinergy, the decaffeine malate part, will digest at a slower rate than the caffeine standardized normal. So it's going to last longer in your body.
Fingers crossed, no crash. Then we got T-Creen, 50 milligrams.
Slightly lower dose than we'd like to see, but we'll take it anyway. It's been shown to have faster effects than caffeine normal, but longer lasting ones as well. It's kind of a cousin to caffeine.
Yep, indeed. Then we got the Mental Focus Blend, Alpha GPC at 800 milligrams.
Which is a big, big dose, guys. I cannot actually recall another pre-workout with it that high. There might be one, there might be two, but there's not many, we'll tell you that. A choline type that has focus, nootropic, concentration and clarity benefits.
Love it. Then we got N-acetyl-L-tyrosine, 600 milligrams.
Would have liked to have seen that bolstered up to about a gram in truth. L-tyrosine being the amino acid, again, similar to the choline, responsible for focus and concentration benefits. They're going to tie in well together.
Nice. Then we got theobromine, 100 milligrams.
Nice. It's that ingredient in chocolate that dogs cannot digest. It also has some energy preferences there, and it's been shown to help with mood elevation.
Yeah, we'll take it. Then we got Huperzine A, 10 milligrams. Obviously, that would work out as 100 micrograms.
Nice. Going to tie in well with the L-tyrosine and the alpha GPC. Again, forming bonds between the brain neuron connections, thus leading to focus and concentration.
James Bonds. Then we got absorption and application. We got estrogen 50 milligrams, naringin 25 milligrams, and bioprene 10 milligrams.
Which we really love. It was really going to get these ingredients into the system as efficiently as the body will allow. We've always enjoyed those, well, 2, but in this instance, 3 digestive aids, which we will definitely take on board.
Nice. Looks like they're covering a bit of everything there. So let's see how it translates IRL.
And that moves us very nicely into the effects segment of this review, which arguably is the most important part. I mean, at the end of the day, we can look at everything. We can look at the taste, the price, and the label, and they can all be fantastic. But if the effects are not there, then unfortunately, that's probably where the pre-workout, doesn't make the mark. Now, let's start at the beginning, which is what we always do with these reviews. We always start off in the order of the events of the pre-workout, and normally beta-alanine, the itchy tingly feeling of the pre-workout, should it be in the pre-workout, because it's one of the very first things you're going to feel most of the time. And this one was no different. It's got 3 digestive aids in it, which give the beta-alanine a boost. Now, what I would still say, in truth, is it comes into a medium degree, even though you've got more beta-alanine in the clinical dosage. And that's where we blind test this stuff. We don't really think about the label. We do take this before reading the label to you guys. We don't really look at the labels because they could skew our opinion. We didn't feel it as much as we thought, did we?
No, like Aaron said, it kicked into a medium degree. Like, you knew it was in there, but you wouldn't be saying, oh, it's in there at 3.5 grams like it is in reality. It feels more like, what, 2 grams? So
yeah,
you get a bit of the heating sensation, a mild tingle, just enough to get you going, but then you definitely do feel that high caffeine amount slap you, which does get you moving.
Yeah, coming on 500 milligrams, all in, it definitely is one of the stronger levels of daily driver that you can get.
It's pressing the boundary.
Yeah, it's not strongest of the strong pre-workouts. Quite obviously, guys, they're not doing anything illicit here. We're not talking alpha-himbines, DMHAs, DMAAs, N-methyltyramines, you name it. Juglans, Regias, even Urea durensis, Caglia. You name it.
No dirty stims, it's a straight down the line, tested athletes will be fine with it. It's hitting everything to a nice degree. You know what you're getting with this one, and it's reliable. And do you know what? It's even got us through heavy duty leg and back days, which normally you would need something more illicit to get through perhaps, because they're the more intense ones.
Absolutely, and that caffeine amount is more than average, so it definitely carries you through. And actually, it carries you through really smoothly.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, high level of energy, but not a nasty crash on the other side. I really think that Infinergy works very well. And to a certain degree, even on those bigger body parts, as Craig mentioned, you don't feel that worn out at the end of the session. The endurance is very good on this, isn't it?
Yeah, very surprising. I'd actually say, the label is good, don't get me wrong, but I'd say it actually performs better than the label. Perhaps it's down to all that digestive aid action, don't see that all too often. I like the fact that it's got a nice wallopy amount of caffeine, so that is the backbone of it, obviously. But yeah, it's hitting everything well. I mean, if we had to grade it, we'd say pumps are the weakest element, but still above average, and then focus and energy are coming out on the top end.
Yeah, definitely. I would have to say the energy is the trump card here. The focus is just behind it, and the pumps, I would honestly say, are probably just above average. They're not, right home to the parents about how good the pumps were, but they're still good. Now, something I really like about the pre-workout is the fact that it hits everything very well, but it also comes with no negatives.
That's the key point, yeah, and that's why we do sort of throw the term daily driver, even though we probably wouldn't take it every day because of that high caffeine, but you could certainly use it, 3 or 4 or 5 times a week with no real health concerns.
Definitely, and you could get a few more servings out of it should you take 15 grams rather than the 18, maybe even 14. it would still carry you through. I reckon a scoop and a quarter would get you through the smaller body part days, and on the big, heavy, hardcore leg and back days is where you probably would push on the 18 grams.
And perhaps they have dialed back the pump element in this one a little bit, because we are aware of the fact they do a non-stim pump, mainly pump orientated pre-workout that you could perhaps stack this with, and perhaps it is intended to stack, but it doesn't necessarily say it on the tub, but you know, you could.
It could be done, it definitely could. Now, no negatives, as in no nasty sweats. There is a little bit of a sweat element, I do think, from the citrus oolong gym, and at that dose, I'm not surprised at all. It gives an almost pushing towards thermogenic, fat-burning style feel, but doesn't quite go far enough to put it into the coinage of Slim Junkie pre-workout.
Yeah, it's not an uncomfortable sweat, is it? It's almost like a natty sweat.
Yeah, like it gets you putting in the work. It does get you putting in the work. Now, there's no cold chills, sweats, illness feeling, fever, no nausea, digestive issues, quite obviously with 3 digestive aids in there. It goes through the system nicely. What other negatives can come? No appetite suppression. I think that's very important, especially for us in the sort of bodybuilding realm. We need to get a meal in straight after training, you know, to stop catabolism. And this pre-workout would suffice from that standpoint, because each and every time I've used it, I can eat straight after training, which for myself is a big thumbs up.
It's the key. So it's quite a serious pre-workout. Obviously, like Aaron said, it's perfect for bodybuilding. You could stack it with the pump one. But what I will say is it's probably a bit too strong for beginners. You know, maybe do half a scoop. Perfect for intermediate, perfect for advanced, perfect for serious trainers. Not quite strong enough for stim junkies. Obviously it's not illicit, but stim junkies might appreciate it as something to use on days where they don't want to use something illicit.
Yeah, on the strength scale, if I'm talking how strong is this pre-workout, I'd probably give it like a 7.5 or 8 out of 10. Now what I'll say is, for an overall pre-workout, and this is the important bit that looks for those 3 elements, the pump, the focus, the energy, without the negatives, all the rest of it, I would probably honestly say this is a solid 9 out of 10 pre-workout.
Yeah.
It gives everything you need. Now, why is it not scoring a 10 out of 10, you guys might be asking? I think perhaps, and this is a perhaps, it could have given a little bit more on pump, a little bit more on mood elevation, perhaps a little bit more of a kick in from that beta-alanine front, but boy, is that no means to say this is a bad product at all. 9 out of 10 says it all.
Really, we are nitpicking at this point. You know, like I touched on earlier, it does perform better than the label. So do remember that. We don't score these on the label.
No, it is one of the better pre-workouts you can get on the market, and especially from a daily driver standpoint. So we do recommend you purchase it. I really don't think you'll be disappointed. If you look at all the elements we've mentioned in this effects segment, if they all sound right to you, it is so worth checking out. I think they've done a very good job on it, and like I say, 9 out of 10 speaks for itself. We're just nitpicking at this stage.
Our only small concern is probably, it is a bit on the expensive side, but 9 out of 10 speaks for itself, like Aaron said. So it is worthy for the effects, but you probably can get pre-workouts just as good for a bit cheaper, but that, like, again, it really is nitpicking at that point.
It really, really is. I don't think you're getting a bargain.
No.
But I also definitely don't think you're getting ripped off. I think it's priced about right.
Ample.
And it tastes very good for the effects you get. You know, again, nitpicking at this stage, it is a very good product. It really is. And it's, you know, to be frank to it, it's not far off a 9.5. It's really not. So yeah, we want to thank Chemical Warfare for sending it on over to us. We do have some other products to get reviewed as well. We have got a 6-month backlog of pre-workout only reviews, and that's considering we put out 3 a week. So we've got a lot to come. Should you guys at home think of anything you want to see us get reviewed, then please do comment that below. Comment your thoughts on this one. Does it sound right to you? Have you ever used anything from Chemical Warfare? Would you? The comments really do help the algorithm, don't they?
Yeah, all the usuals. Like Aaron says, we're trying to paint a picture so that newcomers come along. They can go in the comments below and be like, oh, what do people think of this product? Is it good? Is it bad? And it will help you make your purchasing decision.
Absolutely. Let's get you to your goals this year, 2022. And appreciate you watching. As always,
stay
stimmed, and this will do the job. Cheers for watching.